stays true. Nash gather clean like he paints with glue. Blues nose bending while the shot breaks through. Whoa, 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 whoa. Upper body line with the elbow on the track. Forearm level set like a train on a rack. KD elevation with the full work bag. Hold the balance center, there's a shot goes black. Spread out the fingers with the palm off the ball. Dirk fade gentle like a giant never fall. Soft touch land with a featherweight call. Whole crowd hush like they stunned by it all. Extend that elbow to the eyebrow line. Feet push smooth with the same pace climb. Fluid like water when you sink through time. Blues guitar hum on the backbeat rhyme. Snap their wrist with a knock, there's bliss. Rotation tight like it's stitched in a vest. Dame deep range with a fearless chest. Let the follow through hang while the moment rests. Hold it past the apex when the shot climbs high. Bird fingertip freeze with the net on reply. Every great shooter got a steel frame sky. Lead arm locked till the echoes die. Practice every hour till the form feels right. Step repetition in the quiet of the night. Fix your mistakes under flickering light. Grind in the dark for the glow in the fight. Shooting like a story with a blues heart warm. Rap speed quick in a high-paced storm. 10 tips woven in the rhythm you perform. Turn the craft into something above the norm.
What up, y'all? John Sanders here with Limitless Hoops. Thank you for joining me once again. We are here on Tuesday, so we have our team practice stuff. So this will be a quick day. All right, let's get this stuff out of the way so we can get going. All right, we have Mello here. What's going on, Mello? If you're here, check in the comment section so that we know that you're here, so you can get ranked higher on our leader list. All right. And as promised, let's just begin. We got our quote of the day. Quote of the day is, follow your dreams. I know that sounds outlandish, and you're like, man, I don't want to follow my dreams. Screw my dreams, man. My dreams are about giant bumblebees chasing me. That was an actual dream of mine. And I woke up scared, and I remember thinking that was like a stupid dream because it was like a giant bumblebee dressed as like, it was obviously a human dressed as a giant bumblebee, and I woke up like in a cold sweat. It was weird. But anyways, yes, if you have normal dreams, like you want to go to the NBA or be a D1 basketball player, follow those dreams. Why not? You should just follow your dreams. Don't think that you're silly. Don't think that you're being like over the top. You follow your dreams and you go for your dreams, and then don't let anyone stand in your way, because that's what matters to you. That's what's going to make you happy. It's going to make you have a greater life because of it. So it might sound simple. It might sound like, of course, duh. No. Take that true. Follow your dreams. I got Noah in the comment section. What's up, Noah? All right. To begin, we got our poll question. All right. The poll question is: there's a guy by the name of Arvydas Sabonis. All right, his son is Sabantas Sabonis. All right, I played in his country, in Lithuania. He is maybe one of the greatest international players to ever play. How good would he have been, though, if he was allowed to play in the NBA at a younger age, in his prime? This guy was a beast, okay? Yeah, blocking people from behind. This is his later years. This is not him in his prime. I mean, this is him dunking on the NBA guys. He's just like, give me that. Like, excuse me, little dude. Hey, little dude. Oh, get that ball out of here. I mean, how good could he have been? Is he the most underrated player in the history of basketball? Because no one ever talks about him. Arvydas Sabonis came into the league as like 32-year-old, like way old, okay? And he got Rookie of the Year. That's how good he was. He was out of his prime, probably like 35. I know he was old. Okay, he's had like knee injuries, all this stuff, and he killed NBA players. Imagine if it was during his prime, like during these years that you see in this video, what he would have done to the NBA. But Yugoslavia, Russia, whatever, they weren't very kind to like letting their players play outside their league back then. Crazy, crazy world. But yeah, think of another underrated player like this guy. You probably can't. But what you can do is you can do the homework and everything that we have prepared for today. All right, homework is step ups to shots, pick and roll, drive to shot, peekaboo shots, chair dips, close ups to slides, make 15 threes in 3 minutes. We're doing all that stuff on Wednesday. All right, what up, Gennaro? I see Adrian and Joey. All right, stuff that we're doing today: horseshoe, baseline to bounce for shots, baseline to bounce defense, press break, walk through. 0-3 seconds down by 3 with free throws. Baseline to bounce a 3-way. We're gonna do all this stuff at practice tonight, so make sure that you guys are there, please. If you want to come like peek through it all, yeah, you guys know horseshoe shots. You're coming off, make sure that you guys step in correctly. All right. Then we have baseline out of bounds for shots. These are all our different baseline out of bounds plays. All right, we only usually run like one, but you can run any of these. It's whatever you happen to see. And then we need extra people for shots, but we can add some extra shots to this drill as well. You're gonna rotate between all these different options, pick the picker, things like that. We have not really gotten into this stuff because we don't have a team that's always there, but we will be getting to this majorly. All right, all these out of bounds plays soon. All right, counting it next fall. All right, baseline out of bounds 3-way would be going baseline out of bounds, then going down to go play, and then coming back and doing the same thing. Okay, so you do baseline out of bounds, you play with that. And then after that, the other team takes it out of bounds or gets the rebound or whatever, and then they go down and play some offense. And then you come back down and then you play offense, and then you switch which team does it. All right, press break walkthrough. That's just going over our press break, and we have the inside guys go like that, pass the ball, out opposite guy cuts, flashes down the middle, pass back, flash down the middle. It's just a simple walkthrough so you can see all the options. If you guys do this during the games, you're good to go. Now, speaking of former Yugoslavia and Russia and all those people, okay, I just talked about that. Our trivia question has something to do with that, or everything to do with that, basically, because one day they broke up. All right, the USSR was like, we're no longer a thing. But what happened to the basketball players? This is one of our hardest trivia questions. I'll see if you guys can answer it. I don't even know if the answer is right that I have. We'll see. The question is... Nope. The question is... Who was the first Yugoslavian area draft pick after the country dissolved? What that means is the area of Yugoslavia, it got broken up. But then they still have basketball players. One of them got drafted after they broke up. Who was that guy is the question. And I'll be right back after this commercial break.
Water break!
So we are back, and we're at our hardest question of all time. Who was the first Yugoslavian area draft pick? Again, he was not a part of Yugoslavia because Yugoslavia broke up. Okay, as I said, I don't really know the answer. Let me look it up real quick. That's not who I have. Is he even on the list of people? Let me see where that guy is. Who's that guy? Zan Tabek? I'm going to see if he's even on the list. Nah. Do you even know what Yugoslavia was? Marko Milicek? No, Milicek was like way later. Milicek was like so many years later. Wait, where's it? Oh, no. No. You say it was Tabak? I see a Tarlok, but that's not the right answer either. Who was he drafted by? Hugo Chavez? Isn't that a boxer? No, Chavez can't be one of them because that's not even how they're named. That's a Spanish dude. That's a Mexican name. These names need to be like, like Radmanovic, Pavlovich. It's names like that, guys. Anyway, I think this is a hard question. I will give you a hint, though. I'll give you a hint for next time, okay? Yugoslavia, as I get on education on you guys, Yugoslavia split into 6 different areas. Okay? And some of the countries that it split into was Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia, Slovenia, Montenegro. Okay? So out of all those countries, you have to go back to the thing. And also, when they dissolved in 1991. So anyone right after that? The Houston Rockets, you said? Let me check. Because again, I could easily be wrong on this one. Let me see. Drafted by the Houston Rockets. Let me see. Are they on this list? Yeah, that's not one of them, dude. Former players. Yugoslav. Oh, man. Was he drafted in 1992? It would have to be 92. 93, maybe. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll check all these out. None of them are the answer that I had, so I'll come back to that. It's possible I could be wrong on this one, too. I totally just made that up. We'll see. Anyways, done with that trivia question. I will lock it back up. We'll ask it again next week, but I will look up to see if any of those answers were correct. I don't believe they are. You could actually be right. I'll figure it out, though. Anyways, next thing that we have is it's about fitness. There you go. Health and fitness. All right. What do we have here? This is a relatively short play. Yeah. There was a guy by the name of Draymond Green who's 6'6". He was the best rim protector in all of basketball. People want to dog Draymond Green all the time because he wasn't scoring and he was winning championships. The number one playoff rim protector was 6'6". Pretty good defender. I mean, I don't love Draymond Green, but honestly, very good defender. If you are timing blocks at 6'6" in the NBA, you're doing something. Like, on everybody. Like, Wemby is getting blocks, right? This short dude was getting blocks and steals and D'ing up your point guard. Like, that's a very good defender. So if you can, no matter how tall you are, you can time stuff better. You can do things like that. You can be great at stuff that you wouldn't normally be great at, like rebounding, like rim protecting, things like that. So if Draymond can do it, you can do it. I know 6'6" is really tall, but I'm saying comparatively, okay? All right. Next thing we got is, I believe, is it homework? It's what you do in the dark that puts you in the light. Gennaro, preps, doing the step-ups to shots, nice job. Prep, pick and roll to drive, great job, Gennaro, I see you, man. Kieran, putting in some work as usual, I like it. Workout prep right there, 15 threes. All right, random challenges, doing that. Taz, I see you, man. Keep working. The 5 perfect weeks is almost up. What day is it over? All right, 91, 92. All right, I'll look it up. I'm not sure. Tabak, 91, 92 from the Rockets. Possible. All right, what country is he from? Because if he's not from one of those 6 countries. Yeah. What country is he from? Because if he's from Yugoslavia, then that's not after they dissolved. Because he should be from one of those other countries. Because Yugoslavia wasn't a thing after that. So he might have been the last player to get chosen. But if he's the first from one of the 6 countries that they got broken up into, that's a tough one. Oh, man. It's confusing me to even talk about it. Let's see some behind the scenes. You are the trivia king, so I will give you the benefit of the doubt. All right. Behind the scenes. This is a warm-up drill by CJ McCollum, man. Doesn't it look kind of familiar? Oh, Croatia? So maybe. I'll look it up. All right. That one's kind of hard. I've never seen that one before. He bounced it high and then did a crossover. I mean, I've seen that. That one's pretty cool. But look at all the warm-up drills. These are how these guys prepare for the games. I had similar stuff that I do. You guys want to come there just for games, just to like get ready? You should have like a warm-up in place, like things that you want to do, things that you're going to do, like in place, so that you can prepare for games. That is great behind the scenes right there. Let's check out the story of the day. There's working to improve, and then there's working to showcase your prowess. Both are eventually needed for the top-tier athlete, but the showcase must come much after. Work hard to build your fortune before cashing out for chips. The showcase period is when you stop improving. There's a time for this, but that time is not 8th grade or earlier. So we're talking about showcasing, guys. Yes, you do need to show the whole world. Google doesn't lie. You would think, but it might. All right. Yes, you don't need to showcase yourself in 6th grade, nor 7th grade, probably 8th grade. But you do have to showcase eventually. But don't you want to get more talented before you're showcasing? People are going to see you, and they're going to see like a really bad player, 3rd grade, and be like, oh, this kid sucks. Then they're going to see you later and be like, we don't want to see him again. We already saw him. No, look at me now. Look at me now. It's like when little kids say, look at this thing I'm doing. Then you look, and then it sucks. They're like, look at me again. It's like, dude, come back to me when you're finished. So whenever you're finished is when we start showcasing. When are you finished? All right. Well, as long as it's before Joey says Barat. All right. Whenever you're finished, that's when you start getting recruited. But you should probably, be ready to go at your junior year, sophomore year, like maybe. Okay. You don't need to get recruited before then, because it doesn't make any sense. If they're recruiting you before then, they're just guessing, and they're not really going to offer you. They're just trying to get in early so they can say, I was there the entire time. That's like, they don't really go by that. And chances are that coach probably won't be working there for 5 years. Coaches switch places all the time, like at least every 3 years on average. So yes, you want to get recruited, but work in the meantime until the recruiting time comes. Got it? Last thing that we're talking about.
We don't have the record we think we should have right now, but that's behind us.
That's a nice way to say that. We don't have the record we think we should have by now, but that's behind us. Because look what happened. The Clippers were 6-21. 6-21. Where the Clippers were. Nope, I didn't mean to do that one. There we go. They were 6-21, and then they finished. He said that we don't have the record that we think that we should have. Then they went 35-20 the rest of the way and made the playoffs. That is a heck of a turnaround. Are you at a place that you don't think that you should be, and do you have it in you to turn around? Because that's what you should do. That is amazing. The way that I'm a Clipper hater just like any other native Los Angeles guy, but that is very impressive. I know that they got Kawhi back and things like that, but to turn a team around, then they lost James Harden toward the end. Didn't matter. I mean, you can change your stars, basically, is what this says. They absolutely turned around. They were like, nah, that's not who we are. And then they just changed. So if this isn't who you are and you want to be someone else, or you want to be a harder worker or whatever, you want to be freaking Kobe Bryant, then be it. Just change. Just do it. All right? Anyways, that's my time. Really quick show today. I'll figure out the trivia question. I see your guesses. I'll figure that out. Who do I have? I'll look up Barat. I'm not going to look up Hugo Chavez. I'll look up, who is it? Tabak, and from Croatia. I'll look that one up. Tabak. It wasn't Marko Milic. Tabak and Borat. I'll look those guys up. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to follow your dreams. All right, that's my time. Peace out, guys. Cue that music. Thanks.